Greetings everyone, and Grade here with another couple heroes to replay. Spawn on top right side as a blue OKW player. We've got SOK Blazin. Spawn as his yellow Vermok or Osh tier ally. We've got SOK Valstarka. Well, I butchered that name well enough. Spawn as their red Soviet opposition. We've got Corben. And as the magenta British player, we've got 8964. Whatever the hell that means. Those got also just straight up 6 pound of pen boltons, making them far more reliable. Nobody selected Doctrine whatsoever, that's pretty uncommon. Volksgrenadier is another one on the build queue, understandable. The Soviet player is going for conscripts. Does have tier 2, so it may see a maximum for maximum firepower. Each section and Stream Pioneers do find each other. Does advance a little bit through the light cover and just running away. On the True Pioneer got a lot of free damage there. Probably just trying to run towards a buddy way over there. At this point in time, just a losing fight, just constantly running away, just taking a lot of free damage there. True Pioneer decides to stop pursuing and just falls back and stays out of range. And now he will not be receiving damage because he's out of range. Yep, sometimes it's a good idea just not to run. Now this squad has to focus on the Shroom Pioneer, continue running. Okay, do have the Vickers here. And the Shroom Pioneers will need to be falling back relatively soon. His Volkswagen is just up here, catching those sectors. Let Shroom Pioneers just be annoying. Ooh, that's a lot of damage onto him. Drops a model there, another conscript squad after a Maxim. Got Pioneers, Grenadiers, MG42s, looks like stand build. Another Grenadier. So, Doctrine selection. Spearhead, Jaeger armor, elite troops, all those seem pretty good to me. Pioneers finds the intersection, does interrupt the building. 8964 is a term used. It used to refer 1989. Union Square, got it. Did not know about that one. I just know that Tiananmen Square definitely did happen. Let's just leave it at that. And now the conscript over here. We got another SWS half track. Okay, June 4th. Trying to figure out what. I see. It's the year, month, day format. Conscripts getting some damage around the MG42. Good flank, managed to overrun. This Grenadier does get suppressed. Flanked by a conscript. Don't think that's a great building there. Conscripts need to continue pursuing that MG42. This Grenadier is basically dead in the water. Conscripts advancing onto it. Pioneers doing a good job of hitting the conscript, getting a lot of free damage there. Pioneers are not great, but if they're literally not getting shot at, they can do some work. Conscript squad falls back, does only lose one model on the MG42. This Grenadier does fall back. I think getting inside this garrison was a bad call. There's only 3 windows aside, and I think maybe one guy may fire that way. Got another guy there. But I don't think that was a good garrison to be inside of. Pioneers got some heavy cover there. Conscripts push right forward. Uras into the Grenadier's minimum range. I think they're trying to go, going straight for the MG42. And the MG42 is quite wounded. The conscript there is taking quite a bit of a beating. And the combatants do fall back. MG42 falls back. Grenadier is actually pretty wounded. If he were to actually close the distance, he should have been perfectly fine there. But keeping on heavy cover is not a bad idea as well. Grenadiers shouldn't be advancing. Conscripts do better at close range than Grenadiers, but they're getting distracted by the Pioneers for a little bit of time. It's a bit of damage. Oh, enjoy. And sorry they're missing quite a bit on the left flank. Conscript squad should be falling back. Maxim still firing away. We got double Vickers spawning field. Infantry sections advancing. The OK players made some great gains there. In fact, also, the Axis players have no extra income. This cutoff section also was captured. And the Axis players, allies. We got a good amount of damage there. Grenadiers get suppressed. Conscripts are wounded. Not a good garrison for Grenadiers. Only one window is firing, so stay out of it. MG42 trying to push away forward. Maxim got caught reloading while the MG42 set him up without being hit. So got distracted by the conscript squad there. Looks like the Grenadiers are still getting hit there, so MG42 will get some good AoE suppression there. And conscript over here could try to go for a bit of flank. They are Uroring forward for another flank. A lot of aggressive Uroring, and they all been pretty good. Molotov thrown. Oh, splashes are treating back squad. That was probably a happy accident. I guess Bob Ross would be proud. Good flame burst there on the Grenadiers. Oh, we got two doctrine selections. We do now have the Special Weapons Regiment, relatively rare Doctrine C nowadays. And we got the Jaeger Armor Doctrine. A good team doctrine, because Elephants of Gold is quite nice. Of course, you do have access to the Spotting Scopes, which is a very good upgrade. Still have access to Regal AT Mines. Reconnaissance Overflight is always a good ability. And, of course, get some extra utility. I'm sure Spooks keep on back. The British players are going to regain some ground. Looks like Blue selected Doctrine now. Got Luftwaffe ground forces. Pretty much a staple doctrine nowadays. Particularly for the Lord and Fortune Makers. Two primary abilities there. Though Valiant Assault's still a pretty good ability. Smoke bombs are always quite useful. And Heavy Fortifications, surprisingly enough, is the weakest part of this doctrine. But still can be very useful for those who actually utilize those said fortifications. Focusing laying out S mines is a very good ability, and just machine gun bunkers always can be quite nice. Black emplacements, not so much. Trying to overrun the leg. He will get some good damage onto it. He may not be able to get it. I hear the 2-2 firing away. Conscripts falling him back. 2-2 hitting the Vickers, forcing him back. Lag firing a shot to get somewhere. Needs to keep on falling back. Intercession's supposed to be forward. Lag rolls a miss. Also needs to do fully withdrawal there as well. And now Red selected Doctrine as well. Shock Mortar Heavy Tactics. You get Shock Troops and ISU 152s. And it's conscript repairs, which can be nice to have. Detection armored vehicle detection. I think is actually ability I don't think I ever used in multiplayer. Because I think it's like 15 seconds of a poor man's Partisan's Tactics ability. What is it called? I don't know why I'm having trouble remembering that name. And plus it's just, yeah, a lot of, yeah, the description of this actually never got properly updated. It says vehicle crews can track armor. Originally it's meant for only your vehicles to spot other vehicles. But it says in the detection, infantry can detect vehicles. It's not even a global one. It's just the only thing that's near your own infantry. Folks finishes behind a good heavy cover. Able to hit some of these conscripts. His teammate has some support. Heavy cover there already exists and does immolate the sandbags. Conscripts move all the way forward, eyeing for AT grenade. Conscripts not behind heavy cover. Those heavy covers are already going down. Victor's firing away. There's actually a lot of targets in front of him, so possibly some good suppression, but so far nothing moment. Grenadier is falling back there. We do have conscript shock troops moving forward. Smoke grenade there. Everything suppressed. So it's not going great. Section forward. Conscript squad needs to fall back too soon. He may have forgotten about them since he's probably too busy marking around the right side of the map. That conscript squad did get wiped on out. Intersection in a nice firing line, like the red coats tend to do. And the sapper there does a bit of fire there. Conscripts falling back. Something got immolated. Shock troops are still pretty heavy. Charging way forward. Force back some grenadiers. Got a mortar and pack 40 here. Good 2 is able to force back the shock troops. Though can receive a bit of damage there since the high rate of fire SMG unit. Though it's not exactly great to use shock troops versus the 2-2. Except when they get suppressed by MG42. Maxim set on up. M242 sitting on up as well, but they're going to be out of vision range, even though they will be in weapons range. 2 rotating around. 2 advancing. We'll have a nice backboard there for his autocannon rounds. Do some good splash damage. This is a projectile weapon. Conscripts do have access to AT grenades. Who are on the way forward. Now got a squad of fortune makers being para-dropped on in somewhere. Conscripts behind some good heavy cover. Not all the guys are firing. Looks like only 9 of the guys are firing. Mortar? Surprisingly enough, I thought that would do more damage. It landed right in the middle of everything. Mortars are still affected by, or not affected by, heavy cover. I don't know how to put it. The damage, 50% they do 50% less damage. Most high explosive weapons do still get affected by heavy cover's 50% damage resistance. Or at least that's what the cover table is established. Weapons that don't get affected by it is like some rock artillery, like the Stukes of Foos, if I remember correctly. That's why they nuke units in heavy cover. We do have some Vickers K intersections. What up by it is resupply half track. Resupply half track horse is M3, so it does a 5 firing slot, so you can put a unit at the back of it and have all 5 guys firing. And those same 5 guys will eventually open up a 5 guys restaurant. Shock troops pushing forward. Landmine does not get fully built, but it's not being cancelled. It is a teller mine, so it wouldn't stop the shock troops either way. Oh, the S mines, however, would. I missed those. So did the Soviet player. Conscripts taking some damage here. Will probably get wiped on out there. Mortar range a little bit far. Conscripts gets wiped out. T-70 firing away. Got the Vickers K units firing away. T-70 is hitting a lot of stuff in between him and his target. Aircheck does connect onto the T-70. Hidden by the Minesweeper icon. Maxim set up there. Grenadiers come to our flank onto the Maxim. 2-2 is just going to overrun the Maxim. And does packing up and will go overrun. Fallschirmjägers engaging the Piet squad, who used destroyed cover there. Interesting. Lag getting. Oh, that was a wipe. Even drops the Vickers. This Fallschirmjäger here could, not Fallschirmjäger, Volksgrenadiers could pick it up. Fallschirmjägers cannot pick it up since they have their upgrade. But that unupgraded Volksgrenadiers could pick it up and have a relatively unique asset. I have no idea how effective Volksgrenadiers are with a Vickers K. It's such a rare thing to see. Piet squad, Piet Tank Hunter squad upgraded and replaced the Boys ATs with Piets. Volksgrenadiers flanking the Vickers. Not Vickers K, but the regular Vickers. So they have to go through the Vickers to get to the Vickers K. Get those guys, pick up that. Oh wait, no, he's upgrading STGs. Cancel that and pick up the Vickers. Unless the Schumpeiters can pick it up. The Schumpeiters can pick it up. I think it'd be better for the Volks. Yeah, probably much better for Volks. Plus, the Schumpeiter has already a Panzerstrike upgrade, so it's not really going to be anti-infantry. So I think that's a missed opportunity. Shock troops overrunning the Grenadiers, but we'll take a bit of damage there. Plus, it's a backboard for the 2-2's autocannon. If it didn't also hit some stuff in the front. Conscripts are on the way forward. We do have there's the M3. You can mount up one of these guys at the back of it. Plus, get a bit of health regen, since it does still retain the onboard medical supplies ability. That's available to many half tracks. Conscripts decapturing Central VP, spotting scopes on that 2-2. Mortar gets a direct hit there. Almost wipes the squad there. Could possibly be wiped out. Pans forward point of view. Oh, that T-70. Found a couple Pack 40s and the Panzer IV, so it quickly went on down. Maxim needs to fall back. Piet's sappers retreat forward, not in anti-tank intersection, tank hunter section. Good hits there. Piet, heat grenade being casted. Guarantees a kill there. 6-pounder connects onto the Panzer IV. Flamethrower firing away. We do have a mortar placement going on up. Let's see. No hammer, no anvil. Probably needs to get out Firefly for his first vehicle. Or first tank. Pickers. Take some fire there. Valiant Assault activated for the Fallschirmjäger player. Red. What does Red have? Not a whole lot either. Has not teched up again. At this point in time, he may need to go from SU-76. The Allies are not in a good position. Maybe instead of going with that mortar pit, probably should have gone for some fuel caches. Yeah, probably should have gone for a fuel cache. Good pen there in the Panzer IV. Does have a lot of 6-pounder bulletins, so should be pretty reliable. Or far more reliable, not say pretty reliable, because you could never say something's reliable, super reliable, without eating crow. Brumbar does take a couple pens there. Fallschirmjägers do take a bit of hits there. Fallschirmjägers maybe want to crawl into that slit trench. Fallschirmjägers do get inside, but they do get fully pinned beforehand. Incendiary grenade onto these units, take a bit of damage there. With the amount of support weapons in the field, I think they need to start eyeing for some indirects. We do have a Burn Bar on the field for yellows, so maybe it would have been a better idea to go for Panzer Warfers. As much as I love the Burn Bar, with the amount of support weapons, Panzer Warfers probably would have been a better option. Panzer IV does take a pen there. The Okada player could eye for a Suxafus, or no, not really. Doesn't have a mechanized HQ. If they get that point in the field, then probably he will still have enough for a Suxafus, but no SOS half-track on the field at the moment. We got maxing 2 6-pounders, going for a half-track, an M5 half-track. Magenta has 2 Vickers and 6-pounders as well, so they have another bunch more places, so a good number of static weapons. Panzer Warfare has been put on the field. Does rain over here. Does go Flamer Engineer. Very nice. When it comes to Panzer Warfare, you don't take max range barrages. Close range barrages do have their inherent risk, but I think mid range barrages are generally the best when it comes to Panzer Warfares. Great shot there onto the infantry section. Tank Hunter. Panzer IV is still being repaired up quite nicely. Force back those squads there. The counter rolls a miss on the M3. Right there onto the M3. This barrage into the Kenner Warfare rolls a miss. Next shot could be used for a good hit. Rolls a miss there. Panzer IV blitzes his way forward in between the AT guns. Priorities fire was not turned on. And still not turned on. Taking on one AT gun. 6-pounder does get it there. This gun does go down. Couple pens there. Many pens there, but should they escape on out of there? So not taking out that this gun would probably mean it would have been fully wiped out. Rumbar has prioritized fire or hold fire turned on. Good hit there, but needs to fall back, take a bit of a beating there. This gun does get to crew there. AT grenade connects, he can still withstand 1 pen. Does take a pen there. And does go down, fully destroys the weapon, splashes the retreating back squad as well. The rifle grenade does take him out, smoke bombs there. Soviet player has largely nothing left. Most grenades trying to push forward, trying to get a Panzerfaust off, and we'll get a Panzerfaust off.
We must hold the enemy. We are down to our last 25 points.
Panzerwarfare Barrage off cooldown, and looks like the Axis players are going to win imminently. There's nothing to threaten 2 VPs, let alone even 1. Panzerwarfare Barrage raining on in.
Enemy can taste defeat. They only have 10 points remaining.
4 VPs. 1. And a nearly flawless game. This Angrade saying, thank you for watching, and on to the next replay.